Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Deck here. Right now, this is about to be a recap and review video. Now I'm a recap of season 8. Well, apologies, Reacher season 2, episode 8. This was the final episode of season 2. Wow, what a banger that was! And it was so awesome and amazing. Okay, so Reacher is basically inside the warehouse building right now as we speak, and he's tied up basically. And well, let's just say that they're going to put him on a gurney, just like they put Dixon and O'Donnell on the gurney. He saw that they were already tortured and stuff, and so he had a phone call. Livingston got a phone call basically, and one of his henchmen said, "Well, hop on," meaning get on the gurney. Reacher said no. Handcuffed. Yes, handcuffed. Richard beat the hell out of all of them with no hands. He was literally breaking their legs and stuff. No wonder why Elaine Richard actually put on 30 pounds. He was a beast, basically, that's what I could say. And it was pretty sick and awesome. Yeah, he was being tortured by Langston, like, over and over. He was just punching him and stuff, but Richard, he was just smiling. He could take this, like, all day long. Basically, he was like saying, "Is that the best you got?" And Langston, his hand was hurting real badly. So basically, they're going to kill everyone. Uh, they're going to kill Reacher, Dixon, and O'Donnell. But he found out that Neagley, actually, I suppose, did not die. Reacher said, "What? You have an inside man?" Let me guess, you have an inside man at the precinct. Basically, they confirmed that there's only one dead body in the hospital, and that was one of his, I guess you could say, yeah. I'll call it loose end. I was gonna call it something else, but I'm not gonna call it that. Anyway, so it was one of his loose ends. He's wondering where Neely is at, so he's beating the hell out of Reacher. Reacher just smiling. He's like, okay, so he says this. Your boy Swan, he thought that he could play detective, so Swan did bring in some of the members of the specialty of Reacher's units. Basically, yeah, he got them killed on accident. It wasn't his fault. He didn't actually know what was really actually going on until basically he realized that it was on the black market. He was a buyer. There was a middleman. He was going to sell it to a middleman, apparently. Yeah, this middleman. So, anyways, other than that, they're going to blame the whole thing on Swan. Swan brought in his whole unit, his X unit, well, Reacher, Special Forces unit, and say that they're the ones who caused this mess, and they're the ones who took the money and ran off. Swan is dead. Yeah. They framed Swan because, well, let's just say that they took out his eye and cut off his finger. That's all they need, a retinal scan and a fingerprint in the database system so that they could frame him for all the dirty crimes that they already done. So, yeah. As soon as they're about to actually kill Reacher, not necessarily kill Reacher, like line them up, because he's pissed off that Reacher won't say where Neagley's at. Neagley is actually outside with, I believe it's an EBR. It's a sniper rifle attached. Yeah, it has to be an EBR because it cannot be a Barrett 50 cal, because a Barrett 50 cal will be much harder to carry right there. I'm trying to remember in that scene. So she was able to take out 2 of the armed men, but backup was arriving courtesy of the politician. So he's sending 3 squad soldiers from Navy SEALs and also Special Forces ranks. So there's 3 members of the, I guess, backup that's arriving in 3 minutes. So she has to cause a distraction. So she rolls up to the main gate dressed as one of those teenagers, act like she's drinking beer, so that the guy can actually open the gates. It was the guard at the gate, so she could shoot him in the head, basically. So that's a distraction right there. Then backup arrives. They actually jump out of a helicopter, they parachute in, cut the power, blow up everything. But Langston was able to get Dixon and O'Donnell on the helicopter, basically. And damn, Neagley came in and the backup came in. Reacher as badass, taking them all down. Langston was about to actually get away because he went on the chopper. Reacher didn't let that happen. Reacher ran outside, jumped on the helicopter's wheel, climbed on the back of it, waited for it to open the back doors. When they opened the back doors, well, let's just say that Reacher, he killed one of the guys that was like actually trying to throw him out. Langston was actually surprised. He was like, oh crap, looks like I'm the last one, basically. So yeah, Reacher was able to save Dixon. Dixon nearly did fall out of the helicopter, but damn, Reacher actually held on to her and he brought her back up. She was able to escape from the gurney, and let's just say that Reacher did keep his word. He said over the phone, I'm going to throw you out of the helicopter. And he did. Langston was thrown out of a helicopter. Damn. And so they're going to meet the buyer. Well, not the buyer. Well, I guess you could say he is a buyer. He's a middleman slash buyer. And then he's going to sell it off to a black market to someone else. We don't know. So they meet him there, but before they meet him there, obviously they had to plan out a strategy, and their strategy was to ambush him, basically. So that's what they did. They invite him inside the cabin in the middle of nowhere. When the helicopter, I guess he had the coordinates of the place where the scientist was going to be there to help him out to fit these chips inside the database inside the rocket launcher, so that they could use these 65 rockets, I suppose, for their dirty deeds. And yeah, they locked up the scientist and the helicopter dude inside the barn. Yeah, so they're inside the barn just waiting, and they're trying to get information out of the middleman, basically. He did kill members of Reacher's unit and stuff, and so he wouldn't give it up. He wouldn't say a word who his buyer was, because he was going to buy the rockets from Langsty, and he was going to sell the rockets to the black market to someone we don't even know. He wouldn't even tell us, but they just think that it was part of just a deal, I guess you could say. Not a big one. He was just going to control them for quite a while. How they killed him? They killed him brutally, like a fire squad, basically. All 4 of them just shot at him over and over, over and over. It kind of looked like this scene on Resident Evil Afterlife where, well, I don't want to spoil anything if anyone hasn't seen the movie, but if you know what happened to Wesker, basically. Wesker got shot a lot. So it kind of looked like that scene, basically. Except his face wasn't shot by a shotgun by Mila Jovovich. And there's no hole in his head. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Okay, so basically the 3 military soldiers, the backup team, they actually betrayed them. Yeah, they stood them up with the arm, and turns out that the politician had them as loose ends, and he wanted those backup team to kill Reacher and his team. But no. Reacher was always 10 steps ahead. He called Homeland Security. He tipped off Homeland Security to tell him about the politician, and also Homeland Security arrived to the scene and they arrested those soldiers. So yeah. And he was also on the phone. Reacher called up a politician on the phone. He said, you may have things tied up, basically, but then they heard Homeland Security knock on door in the feds. Yeah, the feds and Homeland Security came. Well, we didn't really get to see like them like actually arrest the politician and stuff. If we would have got to see it, then that would be actually pretty funny. But no, we only got to hear over the phone what was happening, the commotion and stuff. All right. So Reacher actually split all the money up. He put them into like all his special force units members, like I guess in their accounts, their sons, fathers, husbands, wives. He really did help them out. And for himself, well, let's just say that he bought, I guess, a yearly Greyhound bus ticket. Yeah, so he could travel anywhere he wants to for a whole year, 365 days on the Greyhound bus. So that's Reacher's, I guess, his own little parting gift he got from the money. Yeah, 65 million. He kept that. He made sure he kept that money and gave it to people that really didn't need it, like Swan's family and also some family friends that really didn't need it, especially Russo, the detective's brother. Yeah, made sure that he got taken care of. Other than that, Reacher is a good guy, all in all, for what he did, helping out people. He wasn't going to take not one dime of it, but Neagley and Dixon basically had to push him to say, come on, you need to get something for yourself. So eventually he agreed and bought the year-round Greyhound ticket for the bus. I did really enjoy this whole season. Season 2 was, wow, just a banger and so far and so awesome. I enjoyed it completely. Would I give it? I would give it a straight 9 out of 10. That's what I would give it. Yeah. Season 3, well, I'm looking forward to season 3. I guess we're going to have to see what season 3 is all about. I believe they're still writing it right now. I'm not sure if they're shooting it at the moment. If they're shooting it, it'll most likely be in 2025, possibly. I'm gonna do research for you guys to keep you guys updated on it. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys didn't subscribe to the channel as always, and yes, of course, I'll see you all in the next one.